Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bam. Hello, my friends. That's No Network with Katya, and I'll tell you what I have wished to know before traveling to Papua New Guinea. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. I spent 3 weeks in this beautiful country, and it was very nice. It was adventurous, it was emotional, it was challenging, and it was definitely out of my comfort zone. So I want to share with you my insights how to prepare best for PNG. First of all, of course, you need visa for traveling, and when you apply for the visa, you also need invitation letter to come here. So make sure you have a contact, or when you travel with a group agency, they write you the letter, and within one day you can get the visa done. And depending on the country, it has different costs, but for most of the European countries, it is valid for 2 months, and it costs $50. Upon arrival in Port Moresby, that's the capital, you have to get two important things. First of all is to exchange your money, because that's the only airport you can do this easily. In other airports, they are very small, and something like this is not available. So make sure you can exchange your money, and they offer different currencies, and you need a lot of cash for PNG, because in many places there's no card payment availability, and if you want to buy food or pay your accommodation, you need cash. Second most important thing, when you're in Port Moresby airport, you have to buy your SIM card. Don't buy eSIM, because it will work only in Port Moresby, and the moment you go out of the city, it will not work. And buy a physical SIM card. The best is Digicel. There are 2 shops available in Port Moresby, so you can go there, and the guys will set up your phone for the Wi-Fi. It will work most of the time whenever there's network. And another thing, there are very limited options for Wi-Fi in Papua New Guinea, so you will need your data. So this is very important, otherwise you're lost. Another thing that you should be prepared is, and you should bring with you, is to bring your medicine, because hygiene in Papua New Guinea is not as ours in the Western countries, and the chance that you get sick is very high, just from the food or the water, or just with shaking hands with other people. So make sure you have medicines against diarrhea, fever, headache. You have active charcoal for parasites, and also make sure that if you travel in remote areas, in rural villages, there might be insects in terms of spiders and scorpions. So make sure you are prepared for bites, because during the night they can really bite you. This happened to David, my friend. And make sure you know how to react, and bring antibiotic cream, or talk to your doctor how to react, because the local hospitals will not be available very close, and in some cases it's crucial. So make sure you know how to handle bites in this case. And another thing is mosquito spray. There are mosquitoes, and there is malaria, and there is dengue. So make sure you bring your mosquito spray, different ones, because not all of them will work, and you are really covered. Another thing that happens here a lot is flight cancellation, because of variety of reasons. Maybe there's no fuel, maybe there are not enough passengers, or maybe the chief minister of the province died, so the whole province will be mourning. So be prepared for this, and whenever you plan your flight inside the country, just give it a buffer of 1-2 days, because really they can cancel your flight. In case they cancel your flight, they will reschedule it. So make sure you go to the airport, and you can fly on the same date. How this works is that you go with a local person. For example, you can take someone from your hotel, and they can go, and you can give some money to the check-in personnel, or whatever whoever is in the airport. So they really put you on the flight, especially if you have international connection after this. It's kind of a bribe, it's kind of corruption, but this is how it works here. And it's not a lot of money, like maybe 50 kina, or maybe around 50 kina is what my group did when they canceled the flight. In case of cancellations and hotel accommodation and everything, make sure you have also good insurance, because in Papua New Guinea there are only 2 airlines, Air New Guinea and PNG Air. They are both good, So don't hesitate to book with whatever company you want to, but just for your safety and for your, in case airlines don't reply to your emails or your complaints or refund wishes, make sure you have a good insurance which will cover the accommodation. And speaking about accommodation, in PNG it is very expensive. A normal basic hotel, it will cost around €100 or more for one room. And there are a variety of reasons. I'll make a separate video about why PNG is so expensive. But make sure you just have this insurance because it will be very expensive if you don't have it and you have to wait one day for the next flight. Another thing is what you should bring is power banks. Of course, make sure you have, because government electricity is not that stable. Generators are not everywhere available. And if you're going to travel a lot, especially in villages, you need power banks, 2 or 3 power banks. Of course, when traveling to a tropical country, I always prefer to have long sleeves, t-shirt, right now not, but like long sleeve pants and t-shirt, so it can cover against all of the mosquitoes and everything, the sun. Sun is very strong here, and if you're spending the whole day outside, yeah, make sure you bring some protection as well. And as well, in the nights it can get very cold, so bring your jacket. That's very important. Another thing that I wasn't expecting when I came here is the water availability. So for us, it's better that we drink water from a bottle like this one. The water here in the canalization system in Papua New Guinea is not very much developed and not very much safe and clean. And most of the diseases that people get is from the water, also from the local people. So make sure you always have a bottle with you. And the problem is that in the local stores and the local markets, they don't sell a bottle of water. It's very difficult to find one because locals don't buy bottle of water. They just drink whatever they find from the river or from a pipe outside. And whenever you travel with a group, they always have water for you. But if you're alone, it will be very difficult. The same is true for food. On some markets, on the highways, on the streets, there is no food, but only betel nut. Because I guess most of the locals, almost everyone here choose betel nut. It's very difficult to find food or drinks or water. There will be other drinks like Coke or Fanta or Sprite or like different sodas, but still water is important. And regarding food also, food is not very much diverse here. So either there are fruits, there are bananas, pineapples, papaya, and coconut there is in the coastal area. And I think that's it. From the vegetables, there are different grains. The staple food here is sweet potato, so there is a lot of sweet potato. People eat for breakfast, lunch and dinner sweet potato all the time, and there are different varieties of sweet potato. Another interesting thing is that they don't have spices, so they don't use salt or pepper for anything. So whenever they have sweet potato or taro or some root vegetable, they just boil it and eat it like this. They don't put anything. So that was also surprising for me. The food might be a little plain. In case you eat rice, the rice will also not be salted. So make sure also whenever you go to a bigger city in Papua New Guinea, you stop by a local supermarket and you buy all of the snacks in case there is no food or the food that you want. And you can buy just biscuits, chocolate or whatever you want to buy. The rest is pretty much clear, and it's nice. Whenever you walk out, if you want to see the market or just a local city, there will be a guide with you or security with you, and you can just ask the hotel security to accompany you. It will be for free, and they're happy to show you around. Actually, I wouldn't go alone, especially as a female solo traveler. It's more secure if you are with someone. In my journey for these 3 weeks, nothing seriously happened, but you better be on the safe side. And maybe last thing, which is probably the most important thing, people are friendly, especially in the villages. They are super friendly, they are very, very nice. They are always happy to see you and to show you around and to welcome you. And they're always happy to help you. In the night, of course, don't go out because There are people who drink a lot of alcohol, and when they're drunk, of course, as everywhere in the world, they fight. It's normal to don't go outside in the night. The same is true for the big cities or the towns. The concentration of people there is higher, so you don't know what kind of people you have there. So you better go with your security. In general, people are very friendly. Yes, they can touch you because they're just very curious. They haven't seen hair like this, skin like this. Especially the kids, they are very happy. They will be around and they will touch you and explore you. But the locals are very, very friendly, very respectful. And I really recommend you go in their community. If you travel with a group and you will stay in the local villages, don't just stay in your lodge. Go outside and you'll see that it's safe and people are very, very nice. They will teach you how to play cards, how to gamble with them, how they make local alcohol, how they wash and how they shower in the river. They will show you around in the village. They'll show you their gardens and all the crops they have, and they will give you also to try, of course. And people are very nice and they really want to show you. So don't be afraid of them and really go and have a contact with them. Of course, in the cities it's a little bit different. I haven't also spent much time in the city, but I would recommend you stay in the villages and then you explore really the real culture. And yeah, that's it. I think that's it. That's the most important things, basic important things I wish I had known before coming here. And I hope this can help you also prepare for your journey. Stay with me and subscribe to my channel so you can follow all of my journey in Papua New Guinea. Bye bye.